Hey everybody, welcome to Office Hours with Chris Johnson, Donna Lee and 12 Keys Challenge Day 4. Now we've checked out an analysis of how we connect from bar 1 to bar 2, bar 2 to bar 3, and bar 3 to bar 4. Now it's time to string all those ideas together and get all the way through bars 1, all the way through 4. Let's go ahead and dive in. To kick off our analysis, I want to go ahead and take a look at the chords and make sure we understand how they function. Looking in the key of C, we're going to move from 1 to 6 dominant to 2 dominant. So in the key of C, that's C major 7 to A7 to D7. I want to take a closer look at that A7 and really see why it's there and how it pulls us to 2. For 1 second, let's transport ourselves to the key of D, which is our 2, and we're going to play the D major scale. Let's go to the 5 and play a dominant chord. So as you can see, the 5 of D major is A7. So in this case, we're borrowing that A7 from the key of D so that we can move from 1 to the 5 of 2, which is the same as 6 dominant, which leads us to that dominant 2, which is D7. So we're on 1 of C major 7, and then we move to that A7. That A7 serves as the 5 of our 2. Now it's important that we understand this so we can really see how these ideas are stringing together. I'm going to play the melody for the first 4 bars so we can get a feel for it. Now that we have those first 4 bars, let's one more time review how we're connecting them. Once again, from my personal taste, I like to think of this melody as being displaced by 2 beats for the entire first 4 bars. So let's play the melody on the downbeat as we practice so we can feel the connection. First, let's look how we connect it from the 1 to the dominant 6, which is the same as our 1 to our 5 of 2. So once again, we used a C major bebop scale, starting on the major 7, and then landed on the 3rd of A7. Now that we're on that A7, we're going to start on the 3rd, and we're going to use our diminished scale to get us to D7, connecting from the 3rd of A7 to the 3rd of D7. Now that we landed on the 3rd of D7, we're simply going to play a pattern of 3, 5, 7, 9, 6, 5 over D7. So as I'm practicing this, the first thing I want to do is connect from chord to chord and then put them together. So I'm going to connect from 1 to 5 of 2, 5 of 2 to 2, and then I'm going to play the line over dominant 2. And then I'll play them all in time together, starting on beat 3. Let's go ahead and try it in a key that we haven't worked with yet. I'm going to move to the key of D major, and I'm going to move from 1 to my 5 of 2, or 6, 7, to my dominant 2, 2, 7. In the key of D, my chords are going to be D major 7 for 1, B7 for my 5 of 2, and E7 for my 2, 7. First, I'm going to connect from the major 7 of D major 7 all the way to the 3rd of B7. Now I'll connect from the 3rd of B7 to the 3rd of E7. Now that I'm at E7, I'm going to play 3, 5, 7, 9, 6, 5. I'm going to try practicing them in time, again connecting from chord to chord and then straight through. This particular practice method really helps you to understand not just how to play the line in all 12 keys, but also focusing on how we connect from chord to chord. That's all we have today for the Donna Lee Challenge in 12 Keys, Day 4. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you.